universal access to affordable, reliable, and sustainable energy. Similarly, the African Union's second decade of education for Africa, 2006 to 2015, draft plan of action highlights the dominance of information and communication technology in the 21st century and the ongoing changes in the labor market. It emphasizes that providing essential technical vocational education and training to both boys and girls is crucial for promoting sustainable development and eradicating extreme poverty and hunger in Africa. Technical vocational education and training programs focus on promoting social inclusivity and economic equity in skills development for young people from diverse backgrounds, helping them understand the key challenges faced by different groups. Additionally, it advocates for a strong focus on sustainable practices that enhance environmental sustainability and promote climate change literacy, specifically through the development of green skills. Green skills include areas such as renewable energy, waste reduction, conservation, and sustainable agriculture. These skills empower individuals to support eco-friendly practices, devise innovative solutions to environmental problems, and actively participate in the transition to a greener, more sustainable economy. By acquiring these skills, young people can play a vital role in advancing sustainable development and mitigating the impacts of climate change. Similarly, the significance of digital skills is undeniable, especially with the emergence of artificial intelligence, which serves as a key resource for learning and problem solving. For today's adolescents, media and information literacy is crucial. It empowers them to think critically about information and make effective use of digital tools. These skills help individuals make informed decisions regarding peace building, equality, freedom of expression, dialogue, access to information, and sustainable development. Young people equipped with these skills can analyze data, assess policy proposals, and creatively devise sustainable solutions. By engaging critically with information, they can take part in informed discussions and decision-making processes, advocating for policies that emphasize sustainability. Media and information literacy empowers adolescents to become change makers by encouraging innovation and entrepreneurship. It also helps them navigate the business landscape, connect with mentors, and access resources that aid their entrepreneurial pursuits. Through various media platforms such as websites, documentaries, podcasts, and social media, they can explore successful initiatives, advanced technologies, and inspiring stewardship stories. By honing their media and information literacy skills, young people can amplify their influence by sharing accurate and impactful information within their communities and beyond. Remarkably, adolescents are young individuals, transitioning into adulthood during their teenage years, experiencing a wide range of changes including physical, cognitive, social, and emotional development, as well as risk-taking behaviors and mental health challenges. Recently, the rise in substance abuse and hard drug use among secondary school students is concerning. It is crucial to utilize every available platform to reinforce the right values and morals in the younger generation, helping them avoid becoming involved in organized crime, whether as perpetrators or victims. Regrettably, organized crime, a significant aspect of transnational crime, is prevalent in our society today. These include issues such as kidnap for ransom, illegal oil bunkering, child sexual exploitation, substance abuse, cultism, and cybercrime. Ironically, many of these criminal activities stem from ungoverned spaces, which are key contributors to insecurity. Ungoverned spaces are particularly relevant to cybercrime, as the absence of borders and jurisdictional authority allows such crimes to flourish. According to the Fund for Peace, no nation or nations exercise full control or regulation of internet territory, which renders cyberspace an ungoverned area where illicit activities can thrive. This lack of regulation fosters a shadow economy that attracts negative elements including criminals, terrorists, and their financiers. Estimates suggest that the cyber shadow economy could reach up to $105 billion annually, with cybercrime emerging as one of the most significant forms of global organized crime. In recent years, the surge of cybercrime in Warri has become particularly alarming, especially among individuals aged 12 to 25. This trend indicates that younger generations are at risk, facing a bleak future as they increasingly engage in these criminal activities. Interestingly, our approach is comprehensive and practical, emphasizing the importance of separating politics from security. This aligns with his vision of His Excellency the Governor to realize the more agenda which focuses on meaningful development, opportunities for all, realistic reform, and enhanced peace and security. By adopting this strategy, we aim to create a safer environment conducive to growth and progress. We are committed to forging partnership with initiatives that share these objectives, working together to promote stability and development in Delta State. Through collaborations with various stakeholders, we seek to implement effective solutions that will benefit all residents and contribute to a brighter future for Nigeria. Evidently, investing in a sustainable future for adolescents demands a holistic approach that focuses on skills development to boost employability, encourage entrepreneurship, and facilitate personal growth. I encourage the students in this auditorium to be bold in their positive endeavors and aim for leadership. In this context, courage means being willing to endure criticism and insult from our own community. The embarrassment of being mocked for making compromises is part of the leadership journey. As you know, the greatest leaders are those willing to make unpopular decisions or compromises that, while not favored by their constituencies, are essential for long-term success. To the Office of the Sole Representative of the Olo of Warri, to NNPCL and Cora Care Foundation, the chance to be remembered as builders of a better future for the children of Warri is at hand. I trust that you will respond to this call. Thank you, and God bless.
Please, we can do better than that. Can we clap better for Mr. Yemobe Matsu? That's exactly right. The energy doesn't stop there. It keeps getting better and better and better. Keep clapping. We're taking it up another notch right now as we're going to make welcome our second keynote speaker. He is a global speaker and author and trainer with over a decade experience working in the oil and gas industry in customer-centered roles. He holds a doctorate degree in business administration from the Prowess University, United States of America, a professional certificate in customer service concepts and strategy from the Metropolitan School of Business and Management, UK, and a BSc accounting from Delta State University, Abraka, Nigeria. He's a certified management consultant, a fellow of the Institute of Management Consultants, a learning and development practitioner, LDP, with the Learning and Development Network International, a certified trainer with the West African Association of Customer Service Professionals Trainers Network, WTN, a business development support provider at Sweden, and an International Finance Corporation World Bank trained face-to-face facilitator. He was recently named the Customer Service Teacher of the Year by the West African Association of Customer Service Professionals, beg your pardon, and listed among the top 100 young leaders in Delta State and listed among the top 50 business leaders as well. He was recently recognized by the Delta Economic Summit Group, DESG, for his role and the capacity development. He is the convener of the Mega Youth Summit, the Delta Women Empowerment Summit, and the Warri Business Mentoring Class, where he has taught over 1,000 business owners on enterprise development strategies. He is the lead trainer at Smogville Solution, a a leading learning and development company based in Warri. Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, please help me make welcome the Odogu of Customer Service, Mr. Shegun Manuel.
All right, good morning, everybody. Good morning, students. Good morning, teachers. Good morning, parents. All right, I'd like to first of all say thank you to the organizers of this event. Please, let's put our hands together for them. This is the first in our city, and I am very excited to see that this is happening here. By the way, let me say this quickly. I am an alumni of Warri College. So please let's put our hands together for the students from Warri College. So one of you is representing you here. Fantastic. All right, so I've been asked to talk about empowering adolescents for a sustainable future. And I just want to share a few things that I think that we need to do. And in doing that, I'm not just going to be talking to students, but I'm also going to be talking to the government, what government can do. I'm going to be talking to teachers, what teachers can do. I'm also going to be talking to parents, what parents can do, and then I will talk to students. Is that all right? Is that okay? All right, so if we must empower the adolescents for a sustainable future, the future that we are in, the future that we are looking onto, the future that the Warri child will be able to stand anywhere that they see, anywhere that they go, anywhere that they are represented, then it is not just going to happen. It is not just going to happen. What took us here will not take us to the next place. What took us here is what is taking us here now. For us to get to the next point, we have to do things differently. And I must say this to the government, that I can tell, and we can all see, that they are doing their best as it is right now within their means to get everything that is working at this time. But I must say that in the midst of everything that we've had, the government needs to do more in creating an enabling environment for the students to learn. If I say that here, I know that teachers will agree with me that more needs to be done in the school environment of today. When we went to school, myself and the organizer of this event, when we were going to school, there was so much more that happened at that time. For us as parents here, when you went to school, you know what happened when you were going to school. Some of us as parents, when we went to school, we had free lunch from government. Some of us went for free education. Some of us had some of the best things that school had to offer at that time, because the government was offering all those things. I beg to say that in today's Nigeria, many of the things that you as parents, teachers here seated, enjoyed when you were going to school, it's not what the children today are enjoying. And that's why I'm asking today that one of the things I would say is to the government to say, please, let's have that enabling environment for students to be able to learn and learn properly, so that they can stand their own in anywhere in the world to say that I actually went to school. If you know what is happening in the oil industry today, for example, for anyone who has graduated from the Nigerian schooling system to be able to, get into that field, they need to have extra trainings for you. Why do they do those extra trainings? They tell you that there are some of the things that they need you to know that you don't already know, that they would do in those extra, trainings to make sure that you are qualified for those roles that you are going for. And that's why I'm saying that the government needs to do more to make sure that we have better schools, make sure that we have better classrooms, to make sure that, I'm sure that teachers will agree with me on this one, we have a better curriculum. Yes, I'm going to say the government needs to improve our curriculum. We have spoken about this for a very long time, but now is the time that we need to begin to take actions in that line. The first speaker that spoke before me talked about AI and everything that AI is doing and everything that AI can do. It will be shocking to you to note that many of the children here seated do not even know what AI means. If you take a statistics, they might not know, some might know, but some also might not know how it works. So I think our curriculum needs to be improved so that we provide, the modern day skills for our children in the midst of our curriculum, so that as they are learning, they are improving to make sure that they do better. Also, the government needs to make better infrastructure available. Teachers here know that learning is not about learning the book itself. Learning also comes from the environment. If the environment is good, you learn better. If the environment is good, you are relaxed to want to learn. If the environment is okay, you assimilate better. What will be wrong here if our classrooms have ACs? Teachers, what will be wrong if our schools have generators that is powering them to make sure that there is light all the time? These things are not far-fetched. Most of the students here are from government schools. And when I'm speaking about these things, the ones in private school can say, oh yeah, we have that in our school. What of the government school? The children that are from my school, in Warri College, do they have light all through the time they are learning? The children from Don Domingos College, do you have internet in your school that is working 24 hours? Right, so that's why I'm saying that, yes, the government is doing a lot, but then we need to do more to provide an environment to make sure that all things are good for empowering adolescents for the sustainable future that we are talking about. And lastly, on the government side, I will say that in my time, it was something that they promoted excellence. So they had schools that were for exceptional students. How many of us parents remember that? When they look at the whole, schools in Warri, for example, they will say the guys that scored 80% and above, they go and write a particular exam. That is how they had the federal government colleges, right? Yes, so you do, and they say this school is for exceptional students. And so they pick all the exceptional students, go to this school, make sure that when they come out from there, you see the people produced from those schools are the ones who are standing out everywhere. I think we need to go back to that. I think we need to go back to that time where we are not saying, oh, this guy passed, he was the best in our class, and at the end of the day we clap for him and give him a book to go. The guys that do reality shows now get more awards than people who are educationally intelligent. Have you observed? People who have brain get less than people who just show their body. We need to begin to change that. It is what we encourage that grows, is it not? So if we encourage learning, if we encourage education, we will see more of that. And we will get to that future that we're looking at. Now I've talked about government. Let me go to parents. Parents, can I say to all of us, I'm a father of 3. Let us be parents indeed. Let us be parents indeed. Being a parent is not just about providing the basic amenities that the children need, because if you talk to parents here now, the first thing that they will tell you is that I'm trying to find money so that I can provide the basic amenities for my children. Is it not? I can feed them, I can clothe them, I can make sure that everything that they need, they can go to school and all of that. But it is much more than that. Parents, these children that we are hustling for now, that we are working for them to be in that future that we are working towards, they need your presence. Your presence doesn't mean that you are just available. Your presence means that you are concerned with what is happening to them. Your presence means that when it's open day in school, you are actually in open day to hear what the teachers are saying about your children. When it's open day in school, you hear what is happening, you go there, you are present for the children so that they know that my father is not just providing for me, but he's providing and making sure that everything that I need, including physical, spiritual, and otherwise, is also provided. So I'm saying this to parents, please be present for our children. The absence of parents in the bid to look for money, having multiple jobs, going out and leaving your children is what is causing the vices in the society that we're seeing today. I'm glad I'm seeing stakeholders here. And if you ask these stakeholders, the NDLEA for example, I can tell that the children who are involved in all these vices that we're saying, one of the major problems we see is that it's from the family background. And if you check very well, it's because we do not have present parents. All right, let me move to the third phase now, which is on teachers. Are there teachers in here? Teachers, oh yeah. Teachers, oh yeah. And I'm sure as I spoke about parents, many of you are agreeing with me because you know that many of the challenges you have in teaching and in schooling environment comes from the home background, right? Now we have talked to the parents to be available, to be present, to make sure that when you are doing the needful to correct these children, they are also buttressing that learning. Because I've seen and I've heard of situations where teachers correct parents and parents go there and say, you correct my child, you do this, I will make sure I deal with you. Therefore enforcing the bad behavior in that child. But then teachers also, you have a role to play. You do have a role to play. Outside the home environment, the next place where the child learns everything that they need for the future that we are looking at today is in school. My children, when I tell them what to do, many times where the argument comes from is not from what mommy said. It is what my teacher said. I said, don't do this thing like this. They don't say, no. My teacher said that this is how. So I'm saying that to say that you have a very pivotal role to play in this future that we're talking about. And it is now, because these children believe in you, these children see their future in you, and it is what you impact in them that they take into the future. I know that many things are not in place. I agree. We've spoken to the government. Thank God for big programs like this where we'll come here and emphasize on the things that needs to be done, making sure that not just the students are rewarded for exceptional behavior, teachers also are rewarded. Let us leave the time where the teachers' reward is in heaven. Right? The teachers' reward should also be here. The government should do all of those. But then, when they do all of those, remember that the future of our nation, not just the future of these children, the future of our nation is in your hands as teachers. Because if these children will be good children, it will be dependent on how you train them up today as good children. If Nigeria will have a bad future, it will be dependent in your hand. So I want to say this to teachers in wrapping up, that you must not just teach because I finish school and they look for work and not get work. Teaching slots come and they give me teaching slots, and you go there and do it like it is not my business. I just do, and when months end they go pay me my money. If I get better work, I will come up for this work. No, it is much more beyond that. Life does not just happen. You are here for a reason, and because you are here now and you have, that sphere of empowering the future of our nation, you must take it as a responsibility. You must take it as a responsibility. I am what I am today as a result of one Mr. Frank Ago. I will never forget. He used to have a lesson in a mobile lesson. Right? I was a very stubborn child growing up. But that guy took me, my mom put me in his lesson because I was preparing for primary 6 exams. And normally people that go to that lesson, the guy has a way of being able to deliver. So my mom took me there, and beyond teaching, he makes sure he cultured me. So I'm saying this to teachers, that your role goes beyond teaching. You are preparing a life for the future, and that is a very big responsibility. You need God to help you. You need to also put your mind. If you do it anyhow in taking care of other people's own, who will take care of your own? Bible says if you are unfaithful in another man's, who will give you your own? So if you want your own to be good, you want the future to be good, teachers, your role in this is to make sure that you do this in love. And if you are doing it in love, there are many other things that will come in that line. Let me go to the students. Your role as students. Students, are you here? Can you hear me? Your role as students, your first role is to learn. Your parents are doing what they need to do, send you to school, whether it's government school or it's private school. The first thing, the paramount thing, the basis of what you are doing at this age is to learn. And one of the ways you learn is not just listening to what the teacher is saying in class, but you must also be a reader, right? They say that a reader will end up becoming a leader, is it not? And there's something one man taught me, and it has stuck with me for over a while. I'm going to ask all the students to repeat after me, and it will help you read, right? So say, I will read. Are we together? Say, I will read when I feel like reading. I will read when I don't feel like reading. I will read until I feel like reading. Make sense? I'd like you to write it down. Write it down. Write it down. Every student here, write it down. Write it down. Write it down. So if you don't take note of anything we did here today, you know that you will read when you feel like reading. You will read when you don't feel like reading. You will read until you feel like reading. And you see this thing they say about readers becoming leaders. It's very true. You can read your way to the top. I can tell you that. You can read your way to the top. If you are behind in your class today, take this thing I've told you now. Read when you feel like reading. Read when you don't feel like reading. Read until you feel like reading. You will see that you will become a leader in your class. And that's the next point I'm going to talk about. Become a leader. The thing you are worried that your parents are not doing, don't lead. Take leadership today. In that tomorrow that we are looking at, this future, you will still repeat those same things again until you take responsibility. Right? So every young child here, one of the problems of our nation today is the problem of leadership. And we cannot solve that problem at the top. To solve that problem, we need to start from the root. The root is you. So from now, it brings me to my third point. To become a leader means that you are responsible. Is it not? So start to take responsibility. Take initiative. This thing is not here. It's not supposed to be here. Don't wait for the next person to come and do it. Do it. Somebody is dumping refuse in class and there's a dustbin in class. Take responsibility. Sorry, you're not supposed to drop that thing there. You not consign me, you not consign me. That thing say they spoil. I be not be so. Can you hear me at all? He not consign me, he not consign me. Very soon, he go come consign you. That time when he consign you, you might not be able to do anything about it. Right? So, at every time, you must take responsibility. See what is wrong, correct it. See somebody doing something wrong, speak up. Don't keep quiet. All right? You know, we were taught when we were growing up that, you know, when you don't talk. So, naturally, African society, as you are growing up, all your excitement, all your enthusiasm is numbed because they tell you, don't talk, don't talk, don't talk. But the world is changing. The world is changing. If you look at leadership across the world today, those standards that we're looking at, the level, the age of leadership has dropped. And you see the Prime Minister of Canada, how many years? Who can help us? How many years? Prime Minister of Canada? Trudeau, what's his name? Young guy, right? So the age of leadership keeps dropping. But ours is on the other side. Huh? Our one is on the... But that needs to change. For us to be able to compete in the Committee of Nations, we need you to begin to get into leadership. And you cannot get into leadership until you take responsibility. And that happens everywhere that you are in your home, in the school, in your environment. When you see somebody doing what is wrong, you speak up. Fourthly, I'm going to say, mind your association. Mind your association. Mind your association. There's something in the Bible that talks about, is it Bible now? Or there's a wise saying that they say, evil communication corrupts what? Good manners. Have you ever wondered why they say evil communication corrupts good manners? Many of us think that good manners can change evil communication. If we would do that, they would have said, evil communication corrupts good manners, but good manners can change evil communication. Why have you observed, maybe for parents here, that with one rotten tomatoes in a basket, that one rotten tomatoes can condemn all the other tomatoes. Mommies, am I correct? One rotten tomatoes can condemn all the other rotten ones. The 10 good ones cannot make that rotten one change. That is why, if there's one corrupt person in your class, I talked about speak up just now. Speak up quickly. If you see that he's involving in drugs, he's doing immoral activities, he's doing things that are not right, he's asking you to go certain places, he's watching some things in his phone, he's showing you, he will not take you to that future that we want to. He's saying, let's go and buy bitters somewhere, action bitters. Let's go and buy this. Let's go and buy that. Things that you know. And you see the funny thing about immoral things. Once they say it, you know that this thing is not right. You know that this thing is not. So let's go and visit that boy. And we're in school time. Take responsibility and then mind your association. Those ones, begin to speak out quickly. Auntie, come, let me tell you. This person asked us to go somewhere, and I know that the thing is not correct. And auntie, when they tell you to, find a way to manage it so that you don't expose them. The reason why some of them don't speak up is because when they speak up, you take them to make example in front of class. How can I give you privileged information and use me to make example? Everybody is scared of me, and you become, no child wants to become, the one that is isolated in the class. So please, we need to do better on that. So mind your association, because evil communication corrupts what? Evil communication corrupt words. And so when you identify that this other person has, evil communication and bad manners, you take them away. Identify the ones also who are good in class. The one who is always coming first. The one who is always result is AAA. Make sure that kind of person, and your own is CCC. Make sure that kind of person is the person you are following. That's why I said, follow a mentor, right? It can be your mate, but he's doing something that you are not doing. Maybe he's reading when he doesn't feel like reading. Reading when he doesn't feel like reading till he feels like reading. Follow those ones. Copy those ones, right? Start following them and making sure that you get the privileged knowledge that you need to get to improve. And I want to say this, very importantly, if this is the only thing I say, I think I've done very well. You need to find God. Yeah, say it again. You need to find God in your youth. Now that you are young, it is better to find him now. You know why? If you choose a mentor on your own, you will choose wrong mentor. But if the Holy Spirit leads you to choosing a mentor, you will choose the one that will help you move forward. So parents, teachers, please introduce your children to God. They are not too small. They are not too small. I'm happy that the organizer of this event is a faith-based person, and so I'm not shy to say this to all of us here, that if you not find God now, if your children don't find God now, they will become a problem to you tomorrow. You're going to go a division every now and then. You're going to look for a lawyer. Make sure, carry them, pattern them. If they find God, it makes the future we are talking about easy. Some people, some parents in this town, I can boldly say, my own mother has for no reason gone to police station because of me. For no reason has she gone to, where's the other one now? Has she looked for a lawyer because of me? And there are many other people like that around here. Please, make sure that from now, if you don't instill it now, it will go hard for tomorrow. So every young person here, make sure you find God. Look, I can tell you that no man who has made it without God. And every man who has made it has a founding and a foundation in God. And it's very easy. All you need to do is give your life to Christ. I'm sure they do all of this in schools, environment. You do it in church. Take time, ask the Holy Spirit to help you, and He will always help you. All right? Finally, how many of us have here say, Warri not the carry last? Don't you know before? Warri not the carry last, Abi? Pata na waiting. Pata na draw. Many of us as parents here, leaders, teachers, grew up with this mindset of Warri not the carry last. And I beg to say that spirit is gradually dying. That Warri not the carry last spirit is the resilient spirit of the Warri boy. That wherever he goes to, his head, no matter how hard this place is, no matter how murky the waters are, his head must come outside. Because we not fit just carry last. Kata go be bracket first. All of us carry first together. And I want to say to the young people here that you need to have this resilience. This resilience of the Warri boy is what has kept the organizer of this program. The resilience of the Warri boy is what has brought me thus far here. The resilience of the Warri boy is what has made the Warri people you know all over the nation to stand and keep their head above water. The joy we will have as elders growing is that the people coming after us also has caught this fire. And I'm telling you, young people here, catch the fire of the normal Warri boy. That resilience that makes you want to be the first in class. That resilience that makes you want to be the funniest. That resilience that makes you want to be the biggest networker. The normal Warri boy. Anywhere he goes to, he is friends to everybody. Why? People just love him. The way he talks, the way he acts, the way he's, let me say this. And I see a trend coming that is very wrong and it's not good. Many of us who were parents, who were here during the crisis, we know what it was. We don't want to see that again. And so I'm going to say this to say that the reason why the Warri boy is a good networker is because in Warri, we didn't know the difference between tribes, right? It was a melting pot. And my prayer for all of us, and I'll wrap up here, is that we keep that fire alive and keep that Warri family together and that future that we're looking for where Warri becomes one of the A cities in Nigeria would be realized. Thank you very much. That's my time.
Original Warri boy. Put your hands together for him beautifully. Actually, you attended your own college. But it's a pity that good school developers have encroached into the school. Your own college used to be very big, enough space for agriculture. All right. the representative of the law of Warri, our learned seniors here present, college principals, head teachers, students, you agree with me that we are progressing. Particularly our students, they'll be sustaining a pin drop silence, decorum, and they'll be taking notes. Please, let's put hands together for ourselves. You can do better than that, please. All right, the last speaker, you've done wonderfully well. The first one, same goes to you. Please, if you've forgotten what he said, scribble something down again. For those of you that did not follow up, read when you don't feel like reading. Read until you feel like reading. Which one is the fourth one? Let me know if you are following up. The third. The third one. Which one is that? You are smart. From our own path, if you want to be a great person in life, please read. Because what is happening now, if you want to avoid you from saying something, they hide it in books these days. So read for you to discover some good things in the book. In Jesus' name we pray. On this note, permit me to further acknowledge partners to this program, particularly Rukotech. We appreciate you. Ale Innovative Nigeria Limited, we thank you for partnering. Ugi, Oyekoro, TV and Media, we thank you. National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLA, we appreciate you. Cora Care Foundation, we thank you. NYSC, they're also here, we appreciate you. And of course, the Office of the Liaison, representative to the Law of Warri, and the Liaison, sole representative to NMPCL. We have media houses here, electronic and print. We have Warri Community Radio, Boko FM, Crown FM, Quest FM, Vanguard Newspaper, my brother and friend Jimmy Tota, we appreciate you. And of course, Warri Sentinel, we thank you. Going forward, permit me now to call on the man of the moment, my brother and friend. He's coming to give us his address. That is our convener. And let's put our hands together for him, please. Prince Collins Orishetime Edema, born the year 1978 in Warri. He attended the Omoshola Primary School and of course the famous Nana College, Warri. He graduated from the famous and the first university in Nigeria, University of Ibadan. And of course, that same college, that institution hosted Queen Elizabeth when she visited Nigeria the year 1956. He's the CEO, Rukotech Integrated Services Nigeria Limited. He sits on the board of 5 other companies. Permit me to also indicate that he was a former president of National Association of Ishekiri Graduates. For somebody to have that title, comrade, you know, is indeed a comrade. He's an Aluta guru. Let's appreciate him once more. He's also ITF Certified Master Trainer, a level-headed gentleman, a devout Christian, like the last speaker said, married to his beloved wife with focused children. Let's appreciate our convener once more. You're welcome. God bless you as he gives us his message.
Thank you. My senior comrade, like I used to call him,
Thank you.
I appreciate you.
Thank you.
Representative of the Law of Warri is Majesty Ogiami Atuashe, the third CFR, Chief Engineer Dr. Wilson Ole. We recognize you. I want to recognize all facilitators and panelists and welcome all guests, parents, and every Warri child present here, especially our students. I just want you to know that I'm one of you. I don't want us to be too official. I want you to free yourself. I'm a trainer. I'm not a pastor. I'm not... I know they do Shego Manuel style. You know? I'm a trainer. We don't train formally. We train with the audience the type of audience we have. Not just a trainer, but a master trainer. So if you know, okay, first, before I do that, I actually want to really thank our father and Reverend Monarch. I am humbled and grateful to be serving him and the people of Warri Kingdom. You don't know what it means to be here. Let me shock you. The future of the Warri child is a dream I have carried for 22 years, since 2002. So if not for His Majesty, we won't be here today. The dream will still be inside me. Nobody will know about it. So when I say I am humbled and grateful, I want you to know that I'm saying this not because I'm just a palace boy. I'm saying it because it means so much to me. I have discussed with Shegun Manuel and Eyemobe quite a number of times, 10, 15 years ago. How do we do this? Different things, but we thank God today we are here. So for my Warri child area, don't worry, we dey here. We play ball for Gedegbe Primary School, for Ego Badu. So now we for Agbasa, everywhere we play ball. We do Principal Cup. We do Jet Club. We play basketball. We do everything. So Mona, don't worry, now we dey here. I attended Nana College. I left Nana College in 1996. If you know you are in SS3, I need 10 of you on the podium. 10 SS3. The first 10, actually, will be the one. So, I need some guys here to stop when we have 10. You are both 10. It's enough. I love that. You know, that's the Warri spirit. The Warri spirit we have always believed in. The Warri spirit that has taken the likes of Professor Orishe Jolomi Thomas to become Vice Chancellor at the University of Ibadan, that has made the likes of Professor Alele Williams to be the first mathematics professor. Okay, I want to isolate you. Sorry, I'm giving to analysis. I was first trained a chemist. So before being engineer, I'm businessman and trainer and everything. So I am a chemist. I'm given to analysis. I would like to separate you. You know, those of you in sciences, they say atom is an indivisible particle. But when we go to the university, we know atom can be splitted into proton, electron, and then we know that electron can be splitted into energy levels. So I want you, just, okay, one, okay, female. Join them. Are you taking your school? No, join them. Join them, you. Which other school I've not? I think I've taken all the schools. If I've not taken your school, let me see. Okay, come. Don't worry, I will take all of you. Maybe today is your lucky day. Are they up to 10? We have 6. Who is okay? And you? And you? How many do we have now? 9. 9, right? Nana College. Okay, your school is not. Okay, so my lucky 10. How many do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I didn't say you should climb up. 15, last person. Okay, actually, want to pay for your WAEC fees. I planned... Thank you. I actually wanted to pay for 10 persons, but okay, we'll pay for 25. My banker is not here yet. Okay. My Ogaden, we need to confirm your classes. Where are the teachers that followed these students from the various schools? So don't come. Come. Mona come, at least there are not many, maybe two teachers. So there are not many reach the students. Which school? Ossie College, yeah. We used to go to Ossie College for volleyball when I was in Nana College. We played volleyball. We go to Easy lesson, Mr. Easy. You know Easy? Yeah, just 2 years old, yeah. It's like that. So, are your students from SS3? Okay, all of you can confirm they are SS3. Okay, there's no problem. Thank you. Thank you for bringing them. Like I said, I'm not a trainer, so I'm not going to be reading my speech like somebody that is giving lecture. The reason I called them, I want to see how assertive they are. I want to see their boldness. I want to see their shape. If you see, the center of my talk today is about your shape. Your shape is not your physical attributes. I believe God made us to look the way we are as a physical expression of what we are internally. So when I first said they should come out, I know there are those that maybe would have come out before them, but because of their shape, they decide to sit down. And like you have read, I believe you are all with the program, your shape is your spiritual gift. Your heart stands for your passion, what you love to do, what drives you, what motivates you. Some of us love sewing with needle as a child. We like drawing cartoons. I remember when we were small, we used to sing. When I was in Omashola Primary School, we say small zero, big zero. Many of us did that. So, your passion, you know what you love to do, and sometimes our parents used to beat us. I remember playing football in Market Road. We used to play football on the street. During sanitation, we play football. Then there was a master, MAMSA, and Wall Against the Discipline. I played football, and how many of you know Kbeku? You know, I was to take a free kick. I didn't know Kbeku was in the sand. Then we don't play ball on grass. There were no synthetic grasses. There were no natural grass. We played football. I was to take a free kick. I didn't know Kbeku was just the shell was inside the sand, and I took my free kick, and my leg was injured. Out of fear of not to be beaten, when I got home, I hid the injury. After like 2 weeks, I was sleeping on the floor one day. My aunt was walking past, and she stepped on my toe. And I jumped up and screamed. And she's like, what didn't happen? I said, nothing. They said, no, I won't see the leg. And for goodness sake, when we got to the hospital, my leg, the toe was already rotting away. They had to remove the flesh, stitch the place, and it took me almost 1 month to regain. And they drew by ear, say, they go play ball like Jagoda. We didn't know that football would be this lucrative, and the likes of Messi will be earning billions of naira. So we want you to follow your passion, whether it's football, be it singing, if it's writing, whatever it is. We want you to follow it. Like I said earlier, the vision of the future of the world child started in 2002 while I was at the University of Ibadan. And special thanks and honor to His Majesty for giving me the opportunity to express this today. Our vision is to build a Warri where every child is inspired to pursue their passion, reach their full potential, and contribute meaningfully to their community. Our mission is to empower the Warri child to embrace their unique personalities and temperaments, fostering a future of self-discovery, personal growth, and positive change. What is your chip? Imagine you have a secret power, not one that involves flying or shooting lasers, but a unique blend of talents, skills, and personality traits that makes you extraordinary. I want all of us here seated, especially our children from SS1 to SS3, to know you are special. I'm not just saying it to motivate you, but that is who you are. There is no human being on earth, even if they tell you while growing up that you be, this side, we like tradition. Say now your grandpapa when he died before and I come back. You can never be like your grandfather. You are you. Even if you are identical twin, you are unique, you are special. God has modeled you to be who we have a particular space in humanity that no other human being can do. You have special abilities. It is known that every human being possesses over 50 abilities. But probably before we live to 80, 90 years and whatever and die, we are most likely not to be aware of more than 5 of our abilities. Even geniuses don't use more than 4% of their brain. So for you to discover your abilities, we've listed a lot of them. For you to actually discover your abilities, you need to follow your heart. You need to follow your passion. You need to really, really, really be sure that this is what you love to do. While growing up, they want more worried engineering. If you never born doctor, you never born better picking. If you're not born lawyer, like Barrister Ife, I remember, way back, we knew way back. She wanted to be a lawyer. I said, I worried law. When you are doing diploma, she said, no, I won't go do law for Igbenedion University. It's law. She wants to read law because she doesn't want to disappoint her parents. One of my lecturers pushed a doctor to read medicine, Professor Okonjo Iweala, pushed his daughter to read medicine. While we were in 300 level, he walked into our class one day. He was teaching us physical chemistry. He walked into our class and said, I am sad today. We said, why? He said, my daughter is graduating this year, but she said she's going into fashion and design after finishing College of Medicine. For you to go through College of Medicine in Ibadan and graduate, you know that. First of all, you must have one sitting. You cannot enter UI with 2 sittings for medicine. It must be 1 sitting. For you to pass MBBS in medicine at 1 sitting. So for somebody to have gone through all that, got to 600 level, and walk to a professor father to face him and say, Daddy, I have done your own. You wanted a daughter that is a medical doctor. Now I want to be a fashion designer. That is what we want us to emulate. If we all want to be medical doctors, engineers, lawyers, I am very sure there is no Warri child that will become like Professor Wole Soyinka. There is no Warri child that will be like Chimamanda Adichie. There is no Warri child that will be a Chinua Achebe. But when we follow our passion, when we follow what motivates us best, we'll be able to pursue that which will make us excel, that which will bring the world to us, not us to the world. Now, what is your personality? Most times, we often misconstrue personality and temperament. Temperament refers to how people behave, while personality refers to why people behave in a certain way. I want you to know the difference. Sometimes we think temperament is personality, personality is temperament. But like I said, temperament. Sometimes even in, of course, Nigerian language, you say your temperament too high. It is wrong. That's not the correct English. You can't say somebody temperament too high. So temperament refers to how people behave, and personality refers to why people behave in a certain way. Why did I say to tell person saying temperament too high? They're wrong. Temperament is not one character. We have 4 different temperaments. And of course, we have 12 combinations of temperament. Every individual is a combination of 2, not one temperament. So, as I am one of 12 combinations of temperament. So if you say my temperament too high, it is not correct. So, without boring you, the Warri spirit. Warri, a vibrant and diverse city, is a microcosm of the human experience, from the bustling metropolis of the town to its different small suburbs. We are a tapestry of different temperaments and personalities. Yet, despite our differences as humans, we share a common thread, the Warri spirit. What has brought you here today is the Warri spirit. This spirit is characterized by resilience, creativity, and a deep-rooted sense of community. It is a testament to the power of individuality and resilience. The typical Warri child is a fighter. They push at life and never gives up easily. Our success is always the goal, despite their limitation. Growing up in this city, the average Warri child just wants to work offshore, like I've said, and make money. And this desire is always fueled by parents who want to see their children succeed, forgetting that there are million other ways for a child to be successful, especially when they do what they are passionate about and not just for money. Everyone cannot work offshore. Not everyone will love the sight of the sea. Not everyone will love the smell of fuel and crude oil. There are other ways to find fulfillment. And that is why you see an offshore engineer who appears successful but not happy, because there's more to life than just making money. You can ask Elon Musk. There is more to life. Embracing your uniqueness. Looking at the remarkable journey of a few Nigerians who have made it, despite facing obstacles, they embrace their unique qualities and harness them to achieve extraordinary success. The likes of Wole Soyinka, Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie, Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, to mention a few that we are familiar with. Similarly, each of you possesses a unique combination of temperaments and personality traits that makes you unique in your own way. By understanding and embracing these qualities, you can unlock your full potential and contribute meaningfully to yourself and your community. Remember, you don't have to conform to societal expectations or let others dictate your path. Embrace your individuality, nurture your strengths, and develop strategies to address your challenges. As you embark on this journey of self-discovery, remember that you are not alone. Seek support from mentors, friends, and family, and of course, above all, God. Embrace continuous learning and personal growth. Let us celebrate the diversity of our temperaments and personalities, for it is the very diversity that makes us strong and resilient. Together, let us create a future where every child in Warri is empowered to embrace their individuality, pursue their passion, and become agents of positive change. Remember, the decision you make today will determine your future. I am here to tell you that you already possess this superpower, and it is time to unleash it. Thank you all for being a part of this movement, as it takes community to train a child. Thank you, and God bless. Please, with a standing ovation, I am not the anchor, but with a standing ovation, I want us to welcome to the podium the representative of our father and monarch, whose vision has vetted why we are here today, Chief Dr. Engineer Wilson Ole, to join us. Opuaro. For those of us that don't know him, he's one of the senior management staffs in Chevron Warri. So he's one who has come from the cradle to becoming an engineer. Maybe he will tell you his story someday. Opuaro.
Prince, I really want to appreciate you for the good job you are doing. And keep it up.
Before we say anything here, do we have Guinea Grammar School, Bokoda here? Where are they? Please come and stand behind me. No, I want... The rest can sit down. Your motto, what is your motto? Show what? Show the light, is that all? Stand behind me. I'm proud to associate myself with this group because this is my alma mater. Your future is in your hand as a student, not in the hands of your parents, teacher, or anybody. When others are sleeping, you don't need to sleep. You need to read your book. In Guinea Grammar School, during our time, there was nothing like science. But when I left there, my passion was to become what? An engineer. When I left there, I went to School of Basic Study, Port Harcourt, where I did science for 1 year and accredited all my papers. Today, I'm a professional engineer. Not only in the science section, but I also deviate again to move towards other areas where I obtain my what? Doctorate degree. Do not allow anybody to tell you that education is a scam. Education is not what? Is not a scam. Education is both the art of teaching knowledge to others and the art of receiving knowledge from somewhere else. Education also refers to the knowledge you receive through schooling or instruction to the institution of teaching as a whole. Without education, you cannot what? You can't make it. And that is what I want people to know. What are the importance of education? Education helps a person to get knowledge and improve confidence in life. It can help you improve your career and your personal growth. An educated person can become a great citizen in the society. Education, it helps you to take the right decision at the right time. Why are children important for the future? There is a parable in my place that a bad child grow up to become what? A bad what? A bad what? Adult. A bad child grow up to become what? A bad what? Adult. In summary, children are viewed as the future builders. of the nation because they hold the potential to shape the economy, culture, and social fabrics of the society, ensuring continuity and progress for the future generation. Today, I want to appreciate Ogiame Atuwashe III, CFRO, the Olu of Warri, who has made it possible for us to be here today. And what are we doing today? I'm here representing His Majesty to unveil Ogiame Atuwashe III Inter-College Quiz and Debate Competition. This competition will commence January 2025. And the prize winner will go home with 10 million naira. Adema, thank you very much. I appreciate you. Not only that too, the organizer of this program, by January coming year, they are going to pay wide fees for 100 students. Is education a scam? Education is not a scam. If you know my beginning, if you know where I started from, how many of us know Guinea Grammar School, Bokota here? Do we know where that school is? Where? Huh? No, where is Bokota? Across the river. That is where I started from. And today I'm here representing His Majesty. And not only that too, I'm giving back to what? To my village. And by the special grace of God, among my peers, the first person that will complete or build a duplex in my village in the Riverine area. Thank you very much.
Opuaro, please a round of applause for him. Let's give him a standing ovation. From the creeks of the Bini River to Chevron Nigeria Limited and to representing His Majesty. Thank you very much. Please, you can sit down. Lastly, before I leave here, for the schools that we have not given something for your logistics, please see those of our representatives that accredit you. One teacher each can see them. Thank you very much. God bless you for the opportunity to have you here today.
Having inside listening to some amazing speakers. Drop it like it's HOT. And yes, we have one of our esteemed speaker here.
Put your hands together, put your hands together.
A brief intro from him, and then I'll ask him the question of the moment. That's it. So good to have you here, sir. Can we meet you?
I think we can actually do better than that.
I am the Special Assistant to the Director General Security Matters Delta State, as well as the Coordinator of the Operation Delta Hawk.
So good to have you here. I was so opportune to hear, some of the mind-blowing things that you dropped and how we need to just, let me use the word, be ourselves and own our own thing. And it's something that we do not have in recent times, because everybody wants to be like everybody else and not just, who we truly are. That is the Warri brand and the Delta State Nigeria brand. Let me use that word, not just narrow it down to one place. But I want to ask you a question, sir. Since we are talking about the future of the Warri child, can you just give us really briefly the practical ways or practical steps that we think we can improve education or probably the lifestyle of the Warri child?
Okay, thank you very much. There are a plethora of ways we can do that, but most importantly is the value system. The value system, which is fast eroded, must be revigorated. With the value system up and running, we've actually solved 90% of issues, vices and worry. And beyond education right now, what is key is engaging more on technical vocational educational training. With that we can have more with regards to honing our skills, with regards to green skills, with regards to promoting more in a context that is not just achievable or rather gotten in the four walls of the classroom, but most importantly, technical vocational education training is key. With that and our moral system in place, we've actually achieved a lot in Warri. And when all of these things are in place, it reduces the task of insecurity, right? It reduces the task of government wanting to go about every other, because again, all of these things, they are mutually reinforcing. So when we have the morals in place, right, we are sure of a safe and secure Delta, and it also keys into His Excellency's vision of the more agenda for each and every one. Yeah, so thank you very much.
Wow, so amazing. Thank you so much, sir, for having you on the red carpet. Moving words. It's almost like as if I just had my own personal seminar just now. My God, I felt so empowered, so moved. Thank you so much, sir. You have a great one today. You heard it straight, live and direct from Mr. Matu. He said that.
Tell them, let them hear it.
Aside from education, because this
all right,
is
what's
also
your name?
part of education as well.
Say that again.
We must intricate and we must involve other kind of skills, vocational skills, technical skills. If your child loves music, dance, whatever it is, let's begin to involve that and let's begin to add that to our school curriculums. Let's broaden our horizons and help the children to be the best versions of themselves. Thank you.
The future of the Warri child. There's some kind of notion that is associated with Warri. Sometimes people feel like we are Raz. Say we don't get level. We know Sabi. We are local. But you know what? We're global. Most of the people around the world in Nigeria who are doing very well in different scenes, from politics to economy to entertainment to anywhere you want to call it, most of them are from here. Do you know that? Are you aware? So when they say now, Warri, be proud, own it. You say, I live here, I was brought up here. I mean, just look at me now. Do I look like it? But I own it. Anywhere I go, I tell them I'm from Warri. They're shocked. They're like, are you serious? You are lying. I'm not lying. I was brought up here. Let me take you from Chief Ole. He did something very significant. He asked his alma mater to come up stage. Let me ask my own too, just in case you didn't know. I also finished from College of Education Demonstration Secondary School. Are they here?
Are you ready?
Are they here? Come outside
we are
now.
Back on the red carpet of the future
strut
of
outside
the
real
Warri
quick.
child.
Let's take pictures.
Powered
Let's put it
by
on the ground and show the world that we're not local, we're global like that.
Phenomenal.
That's exactly
sound.
right.
See, I don't want to begin to, because he's a shy person, so I will not say too much.
Yes. So
but
take a
this
picture
is someone that I respect so highly and esteemingly, and he has done amazing things over the past couple of years that I have known him. I don't even know if I should introduce him myself, if I can, or if we should. But you know what? I'm just going to do that because it's an honor for me as well. I am excited to have on the carpet with me Mr. Segun Manuel, amazing speaker, sound man of God, like just a beautiful person all round. It is so good to have you here, sir.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited to be on the red carpet with the one and only.
I'm excited. This is good. This is amazing.
Just in case you guys don't know who this is the one and only Ada Gold. Go Google her.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Well, you can, but today is not about me. Today is about the future of the Warri child. We have been pushing so much in recent times, from the Warri Kingdom, from Delta State government. We've been pushing so much to, should I say, give a positive look to the Warri brand, to the Warri name. Because everybody is saying what good can come out of Delta State, what good can come out of the Warri child. And I am so excited that we're having this initiative, and excited that you were one of the keynote speakers, because I was in their opportunity to hear, what you said. And to that, I want to ask this question, how do you think that, the Warri youth would evolve in the next decade? Like, how do you see them evolving in the next decade?
Okay, so I'll start on this premise that everything rises and falls on leadership. And Warri is blessed to have the leaders we have today. When I say leaders, I'm talking about the traditional institutions, right? So we have a king and a queen that has brought a new light of hope to the Warri kingdom in general, and to Warri as it is, every city around it. They brought a new face, a new sphere, a new direction, and where we used to be discouraged before, now we see light, right? Because the light that they carry, we also see that light. Yes. And so their ascension to the throne has brought a shift to the Warri narrative. Everyone who has seen them, who has heard what they have done, what they are doing, is encouraged to say that when you spoke about can anything come out of Warri, yes, we have a king, and you can see that king. You can see what he's doing. You can see the light that he carries. That light is shining and all of that. And I say that to say that there's hope for the Warri child. There's hope for the future of the Warri child. And events like this, activities like this. And by the way, I'm not sure our viewers are aware that it has been announced in there that there's going to be an inter-quiz competition. What we used to have in those days in Warri that encouraged positive competition, encourage people learning more, encourage people being exposed. So we're going to have that. This organization is, by the way, powering that. And I heard that the prize money for the winner, guess, 10 million naira.
No, wow, I need to go, but they should ask me these questions. I will wear somebody's school uniform. Do you know what that is?
I'm telling you. So I said when I was speaking that what you encourage grows. So we encourage crime in the past. We encourage, people doing, when they say the Warri boys, I don't want to use the word, but that's what we encouraged at that time. But now, see, the narrative is changing. Yes. Remember I talked about our king and everything that is going on under there. And then that light, people are catching their own light. Now there's a competition that is coming, 10 million naira. So you see young people want to learn. And I'm sure that with this initiative, many more people are going to join in. And when they join in and do all the stuff, people will see the positive in this. So this is just not going to be this. It's going to be an harbinger for many other things to come. Yes. So more people will begin to encourage and say, let's have education. Let's sponsor. Let's support what we encourage the young people to grow. There are a lot of negative vices around, not just in Warri, everywhere. But then it's because we're not paying attention to the positive vices. To the extent that when you do positive, people are like, normal. Yeah. So we need to begin to say that this is not normal. We need to do more. Yes, let's be intentional. Let's celebrate. Let's encourage. It was one of the points I spoke about where I said that we need to encourage positivity. So not just government, agencies, organizations, associations. I want to encourage every other people to emulate what they are doing here, to encourage young people to begin to do more positive. I'm waiting for a time where we'll see, and I'm sure I'm going to see that time where people will be supported for creating things. Yeah. There are a lot of young Warri people who are creating stuff around. There are a lot of young Warri people who are in music. So let's remember that education is not just in schooling. Education involves, your skills, your talents, your giftings. And so if we begin to encourage those things in our city, we will see more and more of the people in our city beginning to do all of these things. And then the future we talked about 10 years from now of the Warri child definitely will be bright and great. remember that in the skill space in Nigeria today, I can beat my chest and say about 50% of them are proudly Warri boys.
Yes, true.
Even those who are not Warri boys are claiming to be Warri boys. So the future is really bright.
Yes, indeed it is. Thank you so much, sir. Those are really powerful words. You have heard it. Now is the time. See, there is no better time to associate yourself with Warri. There is no better time to associate yourself with education and uplifting the young ones. So whatever it is that you are doing, if it's with your 1 naira, with your service, with your time, whatever it is, be a part of this and let's make Warri greater than it is now. Thank you. Thank you so much. You did amazing. Never. You did amazing. I loved it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me. I'll tell Jennifer I saw you.
Oh yes, please. The next one. Okay, we should come this way. Okay, this way. Is this better? All right. Awesome. Good afternoon. Okay, Ma, I would just ask, just something short. Yes. What motivated you to attend the seminar today? So that's the question. What motivated you to attend the seminar? What? You know I'm a teacher. Yes. The truth is, I know you're a teacher, but the truth is, another teacher has come. But why did you decide?
Explain to us. My principal picked me.
Oh, they
picked me. Okay. You attend the program today.
Okay.
That's just what he said.
Okay.
But
So
since they are talking about the future of Warri children, so I decided to say, okay, let me come and see what they want to talk about. That's
okay.
why
We'll start it like this. That the principal picked you, but now you want to hear. So far, I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. So no problem. All right, on the carpet here with me, we have one of our teachers. And one thing I have loved growing up is, I wanted to become a teacher, but I knew I did not have the patience. If you talk any agbasbo, straight ups from me. But I have always envied, loved, and respected teachers. And we have one of our school's esteemed teacher here with us, Ma. Can we meet you?
I'm Miss Agidota Bosse.
What school?
Ogbokodo Secondary School, Warri.
Beautiful. All right, Ma, what motivated you? What encouraged you to come here today?
Well, what motivates me to come here today? My principal picks me amongst the teacher to come for the seminar. That's why I'm here.
That's why you're here.
Yes.
So, but as it is, the topic is the future, or the theme for today is the future of the Warri child. Were you not interested in saying, let me see what this is really about?
Yes. I am interested to actually know what we want to talk about the Warri children. Because normally, when they say Warri, they carry last. That's what they always say. Yeah. So that is why I am here to actually know what they are talking about. And then actually what they have spoken about today actually motivates me, not only about the students of Warri, the teachers, the students. They talk about the teachers, our parents, the role of the government. So all those ones, we've heard about it. And definitely when I get to my school now, Ogbokodo Secondary School, I will have to also relate it back to my principal and to the other students that are not here.
Beautiful. Thank you so much, Ma, for that lovely one. Have a great time. Yes, it is still